Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a video that's been requested quite a few times since this new perfume was announced. It is on the brand new Britney Spears Jungle Fantasy. I just picked this up. So I'm going to be letting you know what this smells like and how it compares to other Britney Spears Fantasy perfumes. If you are new here, then hello and welcome. I have hundreds of videos, lots on new releases from Britney, and I even have an article on my blog that goes through every single version of Fantasy and explains what they smell like, and links to where you can still get the discontinued versions as well. So I'll leave that link down below if you're interested. And if you're a regular viewer, do make sure that you are subscribed and give the video a thumbs up. That really helps me. So I've lost count of the number of different fantasy perfumes Britney Spears has brought out. I think we must be approaching like 30 maybe now. And I was super excited to see this released. She hasn't really had a green one before. The whole sort of packaging and advertising is super cute. We've got this very much jungle vibes going on. There's even a little sort of, I guess it's a leopard going on the box, which I love. Anything with a cat on is good in my book. I got this from Superdrug. It is available some other places. I'll leave all the links below to where you can get it. And when I first sprayed this, it kind of was what I was expecting from something called Jungle. So the original Fantasy, the pink one, is very sweet, cupcake, vanilla perfume. But more recently, they've been quite different to that. So at first, when you spray this, you definitely get tropical vibes. It has a watermelon top note, and I do smell that juicy watermelon. But what then comes through are floral notes. So I thought this might be very fruity, but it's actually, I put it more in fruity floral category, leaning more towards the floral. So we've got water lily in here, gardenia, and a little bit of a violet leaf as well. So for me, the water lily is really coming through here, which is kind of reminding me a bit of her Blissful Fantasy. And this one I find really similar to J'adore Original or J'adore Eau de Toilette from Dior, because it's like lily and melon, same as Dior J'adore. So I do actually recommend this if you're looking for a cheap alternative to J'adore. So this definitely gives me some of those vibes. As it settles, I definitely get basically just the water lily and a little bit of a green undertone. What I have found with this is it is an eau de toilette, and they pretty much all the fantasy perfumes are eau de toilette, but some of them last so well. Like my favorite is Midnight Fantasy, her second release. This lasts like to the next day. It stays on clothes until you wash them. Amazing for lasting, like definitely doesn't perform like an eau de toilette. In my view, this one definitely did. And I found that after maybe 45 minutes, an hour, I couldn't really smell it on me anymore. It also has a slightly sour feel to the water lily, which I don't love. So I'm not sure if this is a Soki approved Britney Fantasy perfume, which is quite unusual. I usually really like them, especially the more modern releases. I have been really enjoying them. But I think, do you know what it probably is? It's because obviously I've just launched my tropical perfume Aphrodite. Here it is. And I've been filling up the samples for you guys and posting things out. And so my whole apartment's just been filled with Aphrodite. Aphrodite is 30% concentrated, so it's quite strong. It lasts like all day. And I think compared to this version of Fantasy, just was so much lighter, and even though it was giving me tropical vibes, it was leaning much more floral. I think this could have done with a bit of coconut in maybe. It says on the notes it has tonka bean and cupcake in the base, but I didn't get any sweetness. I didn't get that cupcake that we get from a lot of Britney's perfumes at all. It reminds me a little bit of a Victoria's Secret body spray, the more tropical ones, and a little bit of the like Sol de Janeiro fragrances, the ones that are lighter. I don't hate it. I don't think it's awful or anything. I just think it's not a showstopper, and I don't think people would really smell this on you if you were wearing it. It sits quite close to the skin. So if you're looking for something very light, I mean, it's called Jungle. Perhaps you live in a climate where it's like 40 degrees, you know, super hot, super humid, and you do want something very refreshing and light, then this is a pretty affordable option. I think if you're looking for a tropical perfume that lasts, obviously I recommend Aphrodite, shameless plug, but it's not what I'm used to from the Britney perfumes. I do definitely prefer Blissful Fantasy over Jungle. I find it lasts better. I think the combination of the melon and the lily in this are a little bit classy, and like I said, it gives me J'adore vibes. And if you're a fan of the sweeter Britney perfumes like Midnight Fantasy, then this is very different. This is actually the 30ml. I don't think I've had a 30ml. Maybe I have had one or two. They're so dainty and little. It was only like £10 more for the 100ml, I think. But when they're new, I think this was about £23, £25, or maybe it was 29, and then the 100ml was like 39. Whereas the older Britney fantasies, you can usually get really good deals. You can usually be paying like £19.99 maybe for the 100ml. So, and it probably will come down in price soon, but as it's just been released, it wasn't on offer. So I have to say I'm kind of a little bit underwhelmed. I don't think this has the Soki approved seal of approval, unfortunately, even though I was really excited for it, and I do love this jungle vibe packaging, love that. It's really fading now. It's just a little bit too light in my view and a little bit too flowery. I want to keep that jungle tropical vibe, and instead it just becomes the water lily, which I know is, you know, grows in hot climates, but it just doesn't feel as jungly as I want it to feel. So I was a little bit disappointed, but it's fun, it's cute. Perhaps if you're looking for something for, you know, a young girl or something, you don't want to get something heavy, or yeah, if you want like a humid weather perfume, then this would be okay. But I don't think this will be one of her big like sellers that people love. So yeah, so mixed reviews, I guess, on this, mixed feelings. Let me know if you guys have managed to try this yet. What do you think of it? How do you think it compares to the others? Like I said, I'll leave the links to this. We can get it down below, along with the other ones I've mentioned, like Blissful Fantasy and my article on the whole range. But do let me know in the comments what you think and what your favorite Britney Spears fantasy perfume is. I do read all your comments, so I'm always curious to hear what your favorite version is of a range. But that's it, guys. So thanks so much for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.